issue that often confuses people. It's called non-habitual residence, and that in itself causes confusion. What's non-habitual residence? What does that mean?
It's not the easiest term, is it? Let's be honest. They're trying to confuse people, I think.
Absolutely. And the bizarre thing is, it's got nothing to do with residence.
No, I know, it's completely ridiculous. Crazy. Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's a tax status, that's all it is. Now, to get non-habitual residence, the only requirements are that you must not have lived in Portugal in the last 5 years. Mm-hmm. You've not had NHR status before, but at the time of the application, you've lived in Portugal for 183 days.
Right.
Now, that's 183 days in a tax year. So, in other words, you become a tax resident before you can apply for NHR.
Yes. Okay.
Again, another shed load of papers required, but very similar in nature to the previous ones. Fiscal number, proof of address, register with the Portuguese tax authority, Bob's your uncle. And the other thing here, get an agent, because this system, believe you me, is paper driven, and it goes on. It really does. So the only thing I would say to that is, it would be great if a lot of patience was kind of showed, because it can be quite trying, I tell you now.
Yeah.
Now, here are the benefits. This is absolutely brilliant. The non-habitual resident status lasts for 10 years. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
And the good bit, there's only 10% on pension income. So if you have a pension from Italy, South Africa, wherever it is, UK, wherever it is, by going through the relevant paperwork, you would ensure that there's no tax to pay in what was your home country, but you would pay 10% in Portugal.
Okay.
Now, when you consider that the tax rate, the basic tax rate in the UK is 20%, rising to 40 or 45, you can see that's a great deal. And the other thing is, it lasts for 10 years.
Yeah,
perfect.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Also, depending on how it's structured, there would be no tax on dividends that you receive, no tax on interest, and no tax on royalties. Mm-hmm. Okay, now the technical bit here is that this largely depends on a double taxation agreement. So if you have dividends coming from the UK, you have to ensure that they are paid to you without deduction of tax.
Okay.
Once that is through, you get your gross amount, and then there's no tax to pay on it here.
Right.
Okay. Now that's a little bit simplistic, to be honest. It does need a bit of paperwork and does take a bit of time, but it can be done. We have clients who've taken advantage of
and
this.
It's worth it as well, isn't it? It's worth the effort. Once it's done as well, isn't it? That's the thing.
Absolutely. The other thing to take on board here is that the cost of living here is perhaps lower than most EU countries. I don't know how it would compare with, say, Australia or New Zealand, but the cost of living is not stunningly high. So if you've got these tax advantages on various sources of income on top, happy days.
Yeah,
happy
days. Sure.
Easy, really easy. Okay.